It's that time of the year again, where you scare your neighbors with your fake little spiders that you have in your closet for no reason whatsoever. Or maybe you shit in a bag and light it on fire in front of someone's porch, because, you're a sane individual. But you know what that also means? It means in-game events. I mean, DVD just had their spooky event, very unique. Well, not really, but, it's more unique than last year. And, Remnant's even having an event where they can have new guns and earn new rewards, etc., etc. But what about Fallout 76? We had the Spooky Scorched event for the third year in a row. Let's go. On a serious note, this event isn't that bad. If you don't know what the event is, all you gotta do is you find Scorched. And Scorched can sometimes be like these Halloween trick-or-treaters, and they'll have whole outfits and everything like that. And as every average normal patriot would do when you see a trick-or-treater, you pull out your gun. I'm just kidding, YouTube, don't ban me. After you take down the spooky Scorched, he'll drop a treat bag which will give you loot for the event, like plans for some outfits and, all that fancy stuff that events do. But are they worth it? Is it worth it to go and farm areas that are already being farmed a lot from other people because of, obvious reasons? Is it worth it to go through the effort of trying to farm for all these items, or is it just worth it to skip and wait for the next little event? And that's why I made this video today. Today I'm here to tell you if it's worth it or not, because at the end of the day, I've done this event about 3 or 4 times now, so I know a fair amount about it. I'm also going to tell you how to have an easier time in the event, because honestly it's kind of hard to find these enemies, because again, there's 1,001 players looking for them, the same as you are. First of all, is it worth it to do it in the first place? Short answer, yes. Because at the end of the day, the rewards are free event cosmetics. And I don't know if you know this, but if you sell those event cosmetics in your vendor, you might be able to get a pretty penny out of them. The longer answer is maybe, because at the end of the day, these cosmetics and stuff are very player dependent. For example, I don't give a damn about the animatronic clown, or any of those kind of things. Granted, I don't know if the clown's in this event, I'll have to do more research after I make this video, but stuff like that, I don't care about. Even the paint that I got for my chainsaw, which is meant to be like this hard to get paint, I really could not care for. Which means for me personally, I don't care to do this event that much. Granted, I'm still gonna do it because I'm a YouTuber and I like cosmetics, but still. But for you, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the cosmetic chainsaw I got on screen about now. And I just want you to look at it, get a good feel for it, and then when you do, that will basically be a regular tournament. Granted, there are other rewards which I will happily try to put a link in the description somewhere. Or even if I can't put it on screen now, but I doubt it, because there's a lot of rewards in this event. So yeah, I would just look in the description if I were you. God, this sounds oddly threatening. I promise you, I'm not holding it up at gunpoint. The other problem that might vary your worth of this event is that a lot of players are farming it as well. I know I've said this about 3 times now, but it still holds the same value. There are multiple players sitting here hours a day trying to farm one area, lobby hopping, so they farm other lobbies of those same areas, aka making it a pain in the ass just to farm for these spooky Scorched. Trust me, I would know. I sat here and played Fallout 76 for about 2 or 3 hours to get this footage, and I was only barely able to get some spooky Scorched because of events that were going on in the game. Events that you have no control over whatsoever. And even after recording, I farmed for a little bit, and guess what? Even the areas where there's like no one there normally, I was seeing level 200s go there just to farm for multiple spooky Scorched. So overall, if you have a life, and you have a job, and you go outside and touch grass, unlike me, then you probably shouldn't partake in this event, because it will drain a lot of your time, and honestly, you could use that time better elsewhere. But hey, if you have spare time, maybe you're not busy for the week, or maybe your job just laid you off, then hey, you're good to go. And I'm going to give you some tips on if you do have that spare time. Tip number 1 being, go to places that are full of spooky Scorched. Places like the water park at the top of the map, or even Morgantown Airport, those places are full of Scorched, and you'll have a decently fair time at getting them. Which, I mean, again, with the farming problem, it's going to be hard to see them anyway, but those are your best bets. I would recommend looking up places that might have Scorched in them, and if you can't find them, then do some lobby hopping. I also do know YouTubers that made, like, routes to go on. I don't personally do them, but they might help you out, honestly. It depends on how efficient you want to be. Personally, when I do it, I just play and hope I find them. But you might have a better time if you go find those videos. I would link one, but there's so many that I've seen pop up recently that I just wouldn't be able to. So, yeah, honestly, just like go to YouTube, look up easy, spooky, scorched routes, and you'll probably find a couple. Tip number 2, go to events that are full of scorched. There's an event, I think it's like Line in the Sand or something. I'll put the name on the screen now, and if it's right, then hey, it points to me. Where you have to defend this, like, I don't know, it's like a SAM turret tracker, something like that, and basically, you just get waves of scorch. This is where I get like 6, 7 spooky scorch casually per wave. It gets some crazy numbers. And due to the recent Fallout update where legendary enemies can give you loot even if you don't kill them, this means players can share the loot, which means that you don't have to worry about your loot getting stolen. I don't know why it's a new Fallout update, that's been out for like months. Anyway, overview. It is not worth it if you have a wife, or if you just don't care about it. If you don't like cosmetics, it ain't gonna be worth it, flat out. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing game winning, there's no broken guns hidden this year, there's none of that, so it's not worth wasting your time if you just don't like it. On the other hand, if you don't have a life, or if you do like it, then you're good, and you should probably do it, because at the end of the day, even if you don't like it but you don't have a life like me, you can sell them for caps. Which, I mean, hey, who doesn't like capitalism? Now, before we get into the videos that I usually send y'all off with, I do want to say I have a Discord and an itch.io page. They're in my description. You should go look at them. Because at the end of the day, on my Discord, granted it's empty as hell right now, it's brand new. And hey, who doesn't like new stuff? You can also go on my itch.io page and find a game that you can play named Stonebroker, the best game known to mankind, rated Game of the Year about 18,000 times. On a serious note, you can go check out my game. It's in the description. The alpha's out, which doesn't have a lot of content in it, but I do have an update coming soon, which will add some more stuff to do. And before you go, and if you don't want to do any of that, which is understandable, why not click here and watch how I played Fallout 4, but it was completely normal. There was no mods or anything like that. Granted, my game was a little bit off, but you know, it doesn't matter. And yeah, you have a good day, and stay safe.